What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Complex. We're in New York City at Stadium Goods with the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Cody Rhodes.
Nailed it.
Just one take.
Just nod, one take.
You know?
One take, man.
Gonna do some sneaker shopping today. Gonna see what he's feeling, what he's not, and then hopefully he's gonna buy some sneakers.
Oh, I'm buying sneakers. I'm buying sneakers.
Let's go. Cody, we had Triple H on the show, and a couple months ago, before WrestleMania, and he brought up run-ins, and he also brought up that wrestlers are starting to flex sneakers on the run-ins.
Yes.
To that point, one moment, run-in the Air Force Ones. That's why we're in the Air Force One sections, the white and green. How are the Air Force Ones when you had to get up and go quickly?
So the first time somebody had made a custom Air Force for me, and that was the first time I ever wore them.
Okay.
As much as I like them, I feel like ankle-wise, you know, if you're doing a lot of physicality, you might be more on the Jordan side of things, but those Air Forces, we were going to Philadelphia, and I thought, oh, well, we got to get the green, we got to get the green, we got to get the theme going on here. Those are still very much in rotation. Once they're retired from run-in status, this is how you can tell if I like them or not. If I continue to wear them at the airport and around the house. Once they've done a run-in, if you never see them again, then that was it. That was one and done.
We have to talk to OG's sneaker history because Dad was popping out in the Nike Cortezes. Jerry Lawler, Nike Cortezes, and then also with the cons out.
Yeah.
How do you think Dusty would be reacting to the sneaker culture?
He had a way of wearing the most ridiculous things. In matching, so like you're looking at a picture of him where he's wearing just his trunks.
Yes.
A t-shirt, but it's a celebrity softball game. I want to. So he could have worn pants or shorts, but he wore his wrestling trunks. He'd also wear his Ray-Bans that were too small for his giant head.
Okay.
So you'd see the wire like bending like this. The rollie was barely strapped on. But he did have, William Regal once pointed this out. He goes, your dad has a sense of style that no one else sees. He has a sense of putting that one thing on, like the cons in that picture, that people are like, hey, Dusty was into this? This was his game? And Dusty obviously has or had a deep respect for the basketball shoe game because that was secretly the thing he liked to do.
I heard he could get buckets.
The video every 6 months, you'll see this video on YouTube of a celebrity game, like a charity game where he's just playing his heart out.
Just dropping 25 and 10.
You see like Lex Luger, like, they're just here to dribble the ball, right? And then my dad's taking it seriously. He actually told them before that game, they were up against the Charlotte Police Department.
Okay.
He told them, if we lose, you're fired.
Wow.
So he was very competitive.
Dusty taking it serious.
I played horse with him every day in high school, and I kid you not, never.
Damn.
Never won.
Okay.
Never won. He had a way to sink a little hook.
Sky hook?
Yeah, that I just couldn't master. But yeah, so he had a love for the shoes for it.
You go against Roman. Roman gets a special Jumpman 23 Jordan pack.
That day,
right?
Yeah.
And it goes.
Talk about pressure. That day.
Exactly. And they made special makeups, but they made a boot that he actually wrestled in that looked like the Bret 11. What did you think about that project? And was it a little sweeter beating him in that footwear?
I knew something big was up. I'd seen this stuff hit social.
Okay.
I thought, oh, this looks great. And for me, just because I grew up in the wrestling business, my mind sometimes goes to, well, it's good for wrestling. And not, hey, you're gonna be fighting this guy in a few hours and screw his shoes, whatever. But my mind went to good for wrestling.
Yes.
I also saw that the Nike kind of luminary figures were lingering around the backstage. And I just tried all I could to make it clear that I was gonna try and be a big star that night. So every time someone was around, I just would be right in front of my poster or something like that, just trying hey, if you guys wanna make some other shoes, another set, I'll be all about it. But Roman that fits him perfectly and fits the Bloodline specific. There is a specific fandom for the Bloodline. That's their world, those shoes.
Exactly. And even if you look on these shelves, you see so much black and red. Do you think, friend or foe, not talking about Roman specifically, but friend or foe, who do you think in WWE, if you came into a sneaker store, should have their own signature sneaker?
Oof. I think if somebody right now needed a shoe to come out for them, and that be their specific version, it would probably be an Air Force specific version for Jey Uso.
Okay.
A yeet.
Okay.
A yeet, but because I feel like anyone else is like me. I'm wearing these on the run-ins, you know. I'm wearing these at the airport.
Yes.
It's not. He's wearing them not just at the airport and the run-ins, but he's super kicking people with these shoes.
Yes.
So that's a whole thing.
Good
so,
choice. Got to talk a very special pair. Brandy, your wife.
Yes. She told me how much they cost.
August of 2023, she buys you these.
Yes.
She
Look at
tweets,
these suckers.
I just got him the Tiffany Air Force Ones. He's still wearing Louboutins.
Yes.
That was August. October 2023, you wear them in a spot where you crossroads JD McDonough.
JD with the big head.
Okay, so
Giant head, JD.
But this was one of the best pairs that, you know, back and forth, best pairs of 2023. Very expensive. What took you so long to wear them, though?
I hate to admit this, but I did not know.
Okay.
When your wife tells you something, you should listen to that more than the opinions of others. But something about, like, she doesn't know about, like, men's sneakers. This is in my mind. But she was saying these are the real hard to get. They're top of the line. They're true collab with Tiffany and all this stuff. You know, sounded great.
Yeah.
But Mike the Miz was the first person I had him on. He's, you know, because he's just, like, if you're not in a good mood, you don't want to run into Mike. Because he's just so on all the time. Just, oh my God, look at his shoe, like making a big thing. Like, oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. But when he did that, I realized, like, oh, these are cool.
Yes.
I should wear these in the run-in. Yeah. So, yeah, there was another classic case of the wifey was right. I didn't see it.
And then, you know, you crossroads him.
JD McDonough, who we love, but he does have a giant head.
Poor guy.
It's absurd. It's Funko size fun, you know?
Poor guy is connected to sneaker history now forever.
Yeah.
Okay? But like we said, they're over $1,000 sneakers.
Oh my God, I didn't even know they were over $1,000.
Yes, right now they're over $1,000.
He said they were really pricey.
So,
whoa!
Yeah, they're over $1,000 right now.
Yes.
So, do you regret that you wore them or you're happy you wore them?
So I'll actually say I was happy I wore them in this segment. I regret that I wore them to death.
Okay, you beat them.
After that, I'm wearing them in the airport. I just wore them to death travel-wise.
Okay.
To the point where, I don't know, like, they don't have the same, you know, there's always that shine up front. But no, I regret that, but I definitely don't regret wearing them in the ring, because that, if you're giving somebody a gift, it's out there forever.
Game worn.
It's out there forever. We checked that box, so yeah.
I think it was another run-in, Jordan 4s. I don't think it was this one, but it definitely was the Jordan 4.
Yeah, Jordan 4s.
You had the Jordan 1s. Is there a favorite Jordan of yours? Or?
No, so here's why you'll see, I feel like it's such a tacky thing to say, but the reason why the shoes are all over the map with what you see on TV is I have a weird, what I'd call a Ric Flair rule, and this is a terrible precedent. I don't encourage this. If you're.
He was here 6 years or 7 years ago on this show.
My Ric Flair rule for it is I can't wear the same pair twice.
Wow.
So I hope I don't have a run-in every week, because then there's really, on my bus, for example, there are shoes that they never make it into the rotation. Again, full disclaimer, probably incredibly wasteful, but it's just a weird Ric Flair rule. So I did wear those Jordans on TV, loved them. Okay. Loved them. They have made it into regular rotation.
Okay, so you will wear them off camera, but never the same.
Never again on TV.
Wow.
It just feels like something's off. Something's wrong if you're running, you know, like it's a weird.
A lot of people do that.
You don't want to be one of these guys who just blows all your money, right? You don't. But you know, sometimes there's standards. There's standards
to what we're doing. Financial advice.
Plus, like, what Netflix just paid WWE $5 billion or whatever. Like, we can get some shoes.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's
go back to that case.
You know? Yeah.
You know?
You get some shoes.
You're in suits, and you know there was like back and forth, like when you wanted to start wearing suits, and you said that you were like inspired by going to Japan and seeing like wrestlers pull up. So are you going to stick with the suits, do you think? Like you just talked about how you have, you know, the cutoff hoodies for one section of and then other than that, it's suits. So you think you'll stick with the suits?
I think I will probably be a suit guy in the industry forever. Okay. And I don't know if this is appropriate for this show or not, but I'll say it, and I've said it in interviews prior. Anyone who I've ever worked with in business who's intimidated by the fact that you wear a suit, I feel like they have a little dick. Like clearly, like.
Okay, I didn't know.
Like,
okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's a thing we can say on the show, but clearly, like, you've got your, like, come on, man. Everyone does what they do.
Okay.
You know, like, because I don't want to wear shorts with you. You know, like, give me a break, you know? So maybe you can't use any of that, but just the energy that comes from people who are like, oh, I don't know, man, he's in that suit, he's trying to be something. I'm not trying to be something. I want to be something.
There we go.
That's the whole thing, you know? So, yeah. I mean, maybe not like, maybe little penis.
Yeah, you don't have to back it up. You know, it's this audience, listen, we've done worse, way worse.
They know who they are.
Exactly.
With a little penis, you know?
Another thing, you actually do have some sneaker history in terms. July 4th, a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You put your hat in the ring of designing and releasing sneakers. Is it something that you could ever see? Would you rather like the Nike deal now that you beat the guy who they maybe gave the deal to?
They did. I think the golden goose, like the big holy grail for wrestlers, is when they get sponsored. Because it's so hard to get sponsored in wrestling. WWE, the doors used to be closed.
Yeah.
You got to sponsor the whole show, whatever. Now you can get like sponsors. With that in mind, I feel like, especially with the standard that Roman set, everyone should be chasing that Jordan deal.
Okay.
Everyone should be, you know, and again, shout out to Nick Khan for he's actually out there talking with these people and showing them like, no, the power of WWE, the penetration it has globally. That's going to be, you know, Macho Man had Slim Jim.
Yes.
I'd love it if Roman's got a pair of J's. Like, I'd love that, but I also, you know, like any wrestler, you want to, you know, be better and have better shoes and cooler stuff. So that's the one. If someone could get a Nike deal going with WWE, that's a big, big, big get.
I love
and
that.
It would be incredibly for those people from the business world that are like, oh, I don't know, wrestling. If you go to any show now, you get it right away.
And
like,
social media. Social media, as soon as you guys wear something, blowing up.
100%.
Talking about American flag sneakers, Jeremy Scott in 2012. Did you ever see these, and would you ever go this way? This was like another, you know, we talk about eras. Jeremy Scott Adidas, these wings American flag. Would you ever pop out?
I mean, have you seen the tattoo on the side of my neck?
So you would?
Yeah, I'm all about making unique, polarizing decisions, and wearing something like that, all about it.
Okay.
It's ridiculous, but also I think people think like, oh, Georgia tattoo, this has got to be some conservative lunatic. No, I'm just a pro-America person. We're a mess, no doubt, but we're a mess. But I'm just pro the optimism, pro the hope.
Yeah.
The fact that we get to do stuff like this.
Come on, look at
Guys,
us now.
Don't worry about America. This is America.
There we go.
Here. It's all right here. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be fine. We got good shoes. We got good shoes.
Last question I want to ask. We talked about unfortunate JD. Keep bringing him up. You know, he suffered.
He might be in here at some point.
I know, maybe.
Jude is on a total upswing. He's killing it, yeah.
What are the better shoes to do the Crossroads or the Cody Cutter? The Tiffany Air Force Ones or these Louis V? These Louis V slippers,
these Louis
$500 slippers
Louis
or more?
V moccasins.
Okay, moccasins, yes.
Were ruined by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who decided, let's beat Cody up, but not just beat him up. Let's bloody him. Hey, hold up though. Let's beat him up, bloody him. Let's do it in the rain. Let's do it in the pouring rain.
Yes.
So those moccasins are still on my bus, and they're there just for me to look at and know they're dead.
Send him an invoice.
Yeah. I really, absolutely 100% sure. Like, should. The cutter, though, you just have to be real careful. The moccasin has little pieces on the bottom.
Okay.
The Tiffany Air Forces are the definitive cutter shoe. It's flat.
Okay.
It's got a little extra in it. All wrestlers are always doing this. Like, I don't know if you've seen any picture I've taken today. Lean forward a little bit. Yeah, so they give you that little extra. Yeah, those are definitive cutter shoes.
All right, listen, talked about everything. Now's the easy part. Browse the shelves, see what you're gonna take home. Awesome.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Rhodes. What can I get you for today?
I love this shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
No, look how handsome I look here. What a shot. Love it. Ooh, too many options.
Too many.
My why and everything I do is my wife and my daughter. For Brandy and Liberty, if we can get these Travis Scotts.
Travis Scotts?
Right, and got my eye on another one. Right here, the Kobe, the girl dads. This whole Kobe shoe is unbelievable, and I just think it's, I mean, it's written right there on the inside. This is a must if you got this.
It's a good choice, yeah. We definitely got that.
This one for Brandy Rhodes here.
Such a good
And I will
item.
report back if she loves it, hates it, or I think she's gonna love it. If there was a shoe in this column that would speak more American Nightmare, which one do you think?
I would say this one.
Dead
Honestly,
on, right?
Dead on.
Yeah.
It goes well with your gimmick.
You heard it here. Goes well with my gimmick. This is it.
So, Cody, what do you want to talk about?
It's easy. Stadium goods and the amount of damage that I have done here
I got
today
that answer for
at
you.
Stadium goods. What is it? What does it come to?
It's $9,824.88.
Wow. Where does that put me in the rankings in terms of WWE?
Maybe second or third.
Who's won?
I believe it's Liv Morgan.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna. She can take that accolade. I'm not gonna compete. That sounds amazing to me. Let's do it.
Whenever you're ready, you can tap or insert.
Boom. Here we go. We're off to the races, man.
All right. Thank you so much. You can take your card out.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
Thank
There
you.
you go,
All
boss.
right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, the champ came through, told some great stories, got some great pickups.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you very much. I hope people don't follow my advice, but you can wear these as many times as you want. That's just my personal rule. This was one of the coolest appearances I've ever done.
Wow.
I actually am going home with things I like and want, and my daughter and my wife get something too. Amazing. I need some help though, so you carry the title.
Got you.
There you go.
Oh, the title. I get the title.
You'll be the champ, just don't run off with it.
Make sure you check out him defending the title August 3rd, SummerSlam, event of the summer, streaming on Peacock.
Wow, nailed it. Nailed
Appreciate
it.
you.
Be careful, that rock might find you.